Hello and welcome to Master System Classics. In this installment, the game is Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog was actually released after the Sega Genesis version, despite being the 8-bit version for the Master System. It's a little weird, but, you know, it makes sense because that was the flagship title for the Sega Genesis. This game was actually ported by, not by Sega developers themselves, but by Ancient Corp. Ancient Corp was a subsidiary of Sega, who is most famously known for developing Shenmue. This version of the game was really handled quite excellently, considering the limitations of the Sega Master System. It's not exactly the same as the Genesis version, as there would be no way that Master System would be able to handle some of the things that the first game on Sega's 16-bit platform could do. That being said, a lot of things that this game does are very good for 8-bit standards, and it really does really show what the Master System's capabilities were in comparison to, say, the NES. The music for this game was handled by Yuzo Koshiro, who is most famously known for his work on the Streets of Rage or ActRaiser series. A few months after it was released on the Sega Master System, Sonic the Hedgehog 1 was also ported to the Sega Game Gear to give that its first Sonic game. Here you see this bonus round that is really unique and very different from the 16-bit versions. And, you know, one of the things that people will do a lot is compare Sonic the Hedgehog for Master System to the 16-bit version. And I really don't think that's quite fair because, you know, really, this is an 8-bit machine and it should be compared to with other 8-bit machines. So, you know, compare this game to, say, you know, Super Mario Bros. On the NES. That's a more fair comparison than this to the 16-bit version. Sonic 1 was actually the very last Sega Master System game released in North America. The system was not very popular in the West, and as a direct result, Sega quickly, you know, cut its losses and decided to move on directly to the 16-bit version. However, in Europe, the game was very successful, and in other PAL regions where the Master System was popular, this game sold a ton. As a result, the North American version is extremely expensive to buy used, but the European version is not. Luckily, PAL games will run just fine on the North American Master System, for the most part. Not all games do, but, you know, most of them do, and this is definitely one of them. So if you're interested to pick up a copy, you know, just consider buying the PAL version. The PAL version will cost anywhere between $10 to $20, maybe $30, and that's complete in box, that's just not cartridge only. Whereas the North American version sells in the hundreds. Same game, it's just where it was from. Eventually, this game was so popular in Europe, in fact, that it was actually the built-in game with the Master System 2s in Europe. If you don't have a Sega Master System, this game is available in a number of other formats. You can pick it up on Sonic Ultimate Gems Collection. It's available for the PS2, Xbox, as part of Sonic's, the Sonic Mega Collection Plus, and it's also available on the GameCube via the Sonic Adventure DX or Sonic's Gems Collection. Those three versions, you know, are all the Game Gear version of the game, which is, you know, unfortunately not the Master System version because it lacks the resolution. But all that said, this game is a great game that should be played definitely one way or another. Amongst Sonic games, this one really does not get its dues. People will remember the Genesis classic, but they don't ever talk about the original Sega Master System version. Like the Genesis version original, every 3 stages is a boss fight. Now, unlike the Genesis versions, the boss fights are just basically these self-contained arenas that don't give you any sort of rings. So you have to do them in perfect runs. You can't be ever hit. Now, I have a shield still, so I can be hit, technically once. The boss fights are very different than the Genesis versions. For one, instead of the huge ball and chain, Robotnik will just come and swoop down at you. This makes him an easy target and a lot less challenging than, say, the original battle, the first battle from the first Sonic the Hedgehog. There we go. Aside from the Green Hill Zone, the music for this game is all original, which is, quite nice because it's all done by, again, Yuzo Koshiro. Now, one potential negative aspect of this game is that the music is PSG only. It does not feature any sort of FM capabilities whatsoever, even if you have a system that is capable of doing that. That said, it's not a problem because the music here is great. Those are save points, in case you're wondering. Now, unlike the Genesis game, Chaos Emeralds are found directly in the stages themselves. Which might seem a little strange at first, but, it works to the benefit of the game because, it doesn't get slowed down by, forcing you into these bonus rounds. And it also encourages you to explore a little bit. Could the NES do that? Well, Bioforce 8, but that aside. It's an impressive game for the technology. This game also introduces something new to the series, new to the Sonic series, which is these auto-scrolling levels. That were not featured at all in the Sega Genesis game. Now, I'm not particularly too fond of this, but, considering that Super Mario Bros. 3 did the same thing, maybe Sega was trying to, capture lightning in a bottle and repeat success. Although this game was never as popular as Super Mario Bros. 3, it's definitely, on the same sort of caliber. They really put a lot of effort into this game. Alright, well that will be about it for this video. So thanks for watching, guys. Definitely check this game out if you can. If you guys want to see other games, just let me know which ones, and I'll see you next time.